Alright, YouTube, thought I'd do a video on how to fix my Delta faucet handle, which has been leaking. And when I was turning on the water, the left water, which is the hot, this thing was leaking very badly right from here. I don't know if you can see that. I'm going to put the camera on the tripod, but I'm going to show you how I repair it. I did some research on YouTube, saw half a dozen of videos or so. And there's a little cartridge in there with a spring and a seat, a little rubber seat, like a gasket. So you basically just pull the handle off, take the handle off, replace that cartridge, has a stem, and then replace the handle, and hopefully that does it. I've actually already repaired this once with a part I bought from Lowe's, but I have since bought the actual original equipment manufactured part from Delta through Amazon, and it's brass. The one I bought at Home Depot or Lowe's was plastic, so I want to replace it now with the good one. I'm going to push pause and then we'll get started. Alright, so I got my trusted assistant Vivian here who's going to assist me on this job, but again, I don't know if I can show you that right down inside there. There was water pouring out when we would turn on this side, which is the hot side. So this is the cold, and it was pouring water. So we were getting a little concerned, obviously, because it was getting down behind the mirror, and I don't know if that would have caused some mold problems. So what you need to do, I'm going to put this camera down eventually, but kind of get started with a few things here, is just remove this handle. This handle screws off. Oh, maybe first thing I should do is shut the water off.
Daddy!
Yeah, I gotta shut the water off. So I'm gonna push pause and shut the water off, which is down here. I'll shut both of those off right now. Alright, just shutting these water valves off under my messy undersink here. Alright, that's off. That's off. I shut them both off. Now I'll give it a test.
I didn't never.
Yep, it looks to be off.
Handles.
Yeah. I'm gonna close the drain in case I drop any screws. Put a towel down there. When I repaired this with the Lowe's part, when I was taking the handle off, the original handle, I broke it. So that's why I also ordered new handles for this thing. So I took this off. And this thing was a real pain in the butt to get off. In fact, I had to put a towel on it, take my channel locks, and kind of crank the thing counterclockwise till it came off. But I did eventually get it off, and I broke it. So let me see if I can get this thing off now. Well,
Tools.
yep, this is the Allen wrench. There's a little Allen key right down here. Little Allen.
So that's what that thing is for.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Oh gosh.
Take the Allen wrench off. As you can tell, I am no plumber by trade. I work at a bank, but just kind of a weekend warrior. I like to tinker with things, and I certainly don't like to pay anybody to do something that I can probably do myself. So
Yeah.
so I think I got that.
Can I try to take that off?
When I get the screw out, maybe you can help me pull it off. Alright. Pull that thing off, Viv. Straight up. Alright, there you go. So, put that aside. So there's the stem assembly. And again, this is the one I bought at Lowe's, and it's plastic. See if I can get this out of here now.
Get out of here.
Nope. Again, maybe I should have practiced this before I made the video. You gotta undo this nut.
What's a nut?
There's a nut right here, so I just grab my channel locks. There we go.
Oh, gosh. Wow.
Take this nut off, and now the whole cartridge and stem assembly should come off. And there we go.
Gosh, so that's all the water in there.
So that's the old, well, that's the fairly new cartridge that I bought at Lowe's, but again, it's plastic.
Huh.
And when you drive or screw in that set screw, it kind of just drills right into the plastic, and I didn't like that too much.
Dad, do you need a tissue to clean?
Yeah, I'm going to get a paper towel, honey, in a second. And then the other thing to note about this, let's see. Yeah, right down there.
Oh
I'm going to dry that out with a paper towel right now.
Alright.
There is some water down there, so I'll just take some paper towel.
Stick it in there.
Stick it in there like that.
Oh my god.
Dry it up. Now you'll see down there, if I can get the water to stop from... There is what is called a spring and a seat, and I'll show you what that looks like.
I know what a spring looks like. It's like a slinky kind of.
Yes, it is, honey.
But it's like thick. Right, Dad?
Uh-huh.
Like thick.
I also replaced the spring and the seat, and those are brand new. Those are down there, so I'm not going to replace that again. But basically the spring just sits in the seat like this, and then I just put it on the edge of my Allen wrench and kind of tucked it down there into that little hole. If you can see it, it goes on the right hole, and that rubber part acts, I guess, like a gasket, so it's down there good. So I'm not going to replace that. But I did buy the new,
Okay.
yep, pass me that, Viv. I bought the new cartridge from Amazon, so I'm going to take this out, open this up out of the package, and try to put it in there.
Oh, here's
Put the nut on, and put the new handle on, and pray for the best. I'm going to push
Dad,
pause
you
now.
got 2 of them.
Yeah, I got 2 of them because I'm waiting for the other one to fail too. Alright, so this was the old handle, which I said I damaged when I was taking it off. And if you can see, there's a couple tabs here, like stops. And if you break one off, then when you turn the handle, it doesn't stop here. Whoop, doesn't stop here. In fact, it keeps going and the water turns back on. So that was a problem. I had to get a new handle. So that's the old one. I have the new stem out right here. And okay, so right in the middle of that, the battery on my camcorder died. So I had to plug in, and I'm plugged in now. So anyways, back to this thing here. I got the new stem here. It does have this little tab here. You got to figure out which way the tab goes into the stem. That's kind of how I figured it out. I kind of trial by error. You can put the tab here on this side or over on this side. This tab is removable. So anyways, I'm going to pop this thing down, and there is another little tab on this side and on this side where it actually fits into the threaded brass fitting there. So that's in. Now I gotta redo the nut, and while I had this whole thing apart, I took advantage of the time. I tried to clean up. There was some old adhesive here from when we installed this faucet. I tried to clean that off. So I'm gonna screw this nut back down. Let's see, I may have to put the camera down. I put a little pressure on that to be able to catch the threads. There we go. You don't want to over crank this thing, I guess. So I'll just that should do it. Alright. Now I have my new handle, complete with those 2 stops, those 2 tabs. That kind of just sits, if I did this right, should sit right on there. Yeah, like that. There we go. I can take this out and just get in my way. That's the old screw, so the handle part is still good. This old seam, I'm going to end up putting this back in here. I'll screw that in a second, but what I need to do is put the set screw back in. I think the old set screw is still in my old handle. Yes it is, so I still have that set screw down there. So I'm going to pull that out and then put it in here. Put the handle on, turn the water supply on, and see how we did. I'm going to push pause. Alright, so I got the old set screw out. I hope this works. Screw this in with the Allen wrench until it's tight. There we go. It seems pretty tight. I'm not going to over crank it. Faucet turns, stops at 90 like that. And again, the other one didn't because I broke that stop off. Okay, that's good. I think that's good. Yeah, it's nice and tight. And I'll just screw this handle back on here. You can see what I'm doing without my big hands in the way. Alright, this goes back on. That's that. So I'm going to put the water supply on and see if this thing doesn't explode in my face. One sec. There's one. Alright. There's a second water supply coming on. No leaks yet. It's on all the way. There we go. Alright, so let's see. Again, the problem was when the initial problems when I turned this one on, it was leaking. So let's see if I got any leaks. Nope. And that one seems to work just fine. And it stops. No drips. I think we're done. Well, I hope this video helped. Again, I've seen dozens of do-it-yourself videos on YouTube and saved me a lot of headache and a lot of money fixing things like this myself. So, hope you enjoyed it, and we'll talk to you later. Thank you.